Hey everyone, welcome back to Blue Collar Whiskey Drinkers. I'm Cody,
I'm Robbie.
and on this episode, we're doing part two of the battle versus Rittenhouse Bottled and Bond Rye and Old Vanderhoot Hout
Over
Hoot Overholt.
Old Overholt.
God, I can't say that, dude. I can't say
Yeah,
it
old
for the life of me.
Vanderhoot.
I say that every time too.
I know.
Old Overholt. So, anyways, we have those two battling. So we did that part one last week, and so far we have the Rittenhouse Rye scoring a 3.2 neat, and then also we did it in Coke. It scored a 3.0 in Coke.
Mhm.
So kind of
Very
falling off.
Very generous.
Yeah, Robbie did.
3.0.
Robbie's not a fan of the Rittenhouse.
No, not a Coke.
I was a little less harsh on it,
Did
but
did Kelsey ever try it? That one?
no,
I know she tried
no.
the old Overhaul and she thought that was good.
Oh, she did. She didn't try Coke or anything, but yeah, she thought it was okay. She thought it was pretty basic, like a rye, basic rye kind
The
of
Rittenhouse?
profile. Yeah,
Yeah.
wasn't anything special, how
Yeah.
we
It
thought.
wasn't as bad as I thought.
Nah.
So,
But then we got the old Vander
no. Old
no
Overholt.
Overhaul. I need to work on that because as I don't have the bottle in front of me. Usually, I look at the bottle
Yeah.
before. It kind of
It
helps me.
helps. Yeah. No, it's
Um,
good. It's a weird name to say. So
so that one scored better. It scored a 3.5 neat, and then it also scored a 3.9 with Coke. So pretty
yeah,
good
no, that
with
one
Coke.
was good.
So we're excited to see how they do tonight. We're going to be doing
Yeah,
them on the rocks, and then with the old fashioned tonight. So we're going to start off with on the rocks with Rittenhouse first this time. We started
yep,
with the old Overholt last episode, right? First,
yes,
yeah.
yeah. They went
So
first last, and yeah, Rittenhouse. I think both of these will be okay, or okay, they'll be better in the old fashioned. I think
mhm.
that's going to be their best ways. Even though I think the old Overhaul did really well as far as Coke went,
Yeah,
especially for the price points, bottled and bond, all that. This I definitely think old fashioned may be the way. I'm hoping though, because like I said last episode, I hate talking bad about a whiskey or seem like I am. I'd like to see Rittenhouse come back a little bit, hopefully on the rocks or something, tonight at least. So
yeah, for sure. All right. So got these poured in our ice. So with the ice here,
yeah.
so what do you think about the smell, Robbie?
Honestly, I could smell it from this distance right here, and it's better
That's what it was funny
with the water droplets.
when I was coming up the stairs with it. I was like, man, I can smell this from here, like way
Like
down here when I was walking.
honestly, I smell it. I like the smell better than last week. Uh, this is a pretty
Yeah,
good smell. Has a has kind of a sweet note to it.
yes. Yeah, it has a sweet
Yeah,
note coming through the rye. Well,
yeah. Well, hey, cheers.
cheers, man. Okay, it's pretty good.
I'm actually impressed.
Yeah,
It has taken definitely a step up from neat and Coke. Big step up. Which
definitely.
I'm kind of surprised about. The smell's pretty good. And I love the spice flavor that's coming through as far as it being on the
Yeah,
rocks. And honestly, it's chewing up the ice cube pretty quick.
it is. It is chewing the ice cube up, but kind of to be expected. It's high
Yeah.
proof. It's a rye too.
Honestly, this one's not bad. I could get used to this one on the rocks.
Still got that little bit of that bitter that we had with the
It
neat,
does, yes.
but it's a little less.
And honestly, I like how this isn't overly hot. It's a nice,
Mhm.
almost soothing warmness right now to me.
Yeah, yeah. It's just nice, just barely warmth, you know. So yeah, the mouth feels pretty good.
Yeah,
It's not burning or anything. So
honestly, just pretty good flavor all the way around on this one. Um, Definitely out of the 3 ways we've had it so far, this is the best in my book.
I would say so. Yeah, definitely.
This is
So
actually
Rittenhouse,
it's just really surprising. I'm kind of
Rittenhouse on
shocked.
the rocks. Not
Yeah.
too bad.
Well, that makes me happy, uh,
Mhm.
because you know,
Because now you can actually drink it in a way that you would.
yeah. Well, and we were talking before, and we talked about it last episode. Uh, I just hate talking. See, I just hate having that thinking I'm just talking bad about a whiskey because of X. Like, I don't like that. These guys work their ass off, so I want to respect their trade. But neat, it was okay. Wasn't anything I'm gonna go drink by any means. Like, go after and drink it. And then Coke, I really didn't like it. I think it's a generous score at 3.0. But so far with on the rocks, I'm enjoying it. I could sit here and sip on it. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Um, I would agree with that. And pretty much I got what I'm getting right now, though. It does leave a little bitterness on my back of my tongue.
Yeah, I would
But
say that's probably the only downside to this one right now
mhm,
is that bitterness. But I'm just comparing it to neat and right now,
mhm.
and it's
Yeah,
definitely
it's definitely better than neat for sure.
so.
I'm enjoying it.
Oh yeah.
Man, you have a long week this week like I did?
Oh man. When don't we both have long weeks? I'm honestly,
Oh,
I'm at the point of ready for the summer to end, fall to get here. I'm, you know, limit my landscaping stuff. I don't mind. At this point, I just want to be done mowing and weed eating, and I don't mind, go trim some hedges, get
oh
those trimmed
man.
down, or even just do other landscaping projects. Like, I'm just done with the mowing and weed eating right now.
I don't know. I hate weed eating.
So,
Mm.
yeah, I it was so hot there in the middle of summer. I had to wear shorts,
Mhm,
but I hate how itchy my legs get, and
mhm.
um so
Yeah.
as soon as it calmed down a little bit, I went back to the boots and jeans. But then you're just hot and all the time. So,
Yeah.
but it's almost done. I'm going to be honestly, I probably have just maybe another month at most. So,
Man. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for you to be out here. It's coming up here 1 month. Well, actually sooner than a month. You'll be here out the week. So like 3 weeks. You'll be
three
here.
weeks. Yep.
So
We got
bachelor
next week, the
party,
week after, and
and
yeah, honestly,
then
I'm there.
man, it's coming up quick.
Yeah.
Um,
So something to talk about on this. As you let it sit, that bitterness comes through a lot more.
that's why I kept bringing it up a little bit more.
Yeah. So initially, this is pretty good.
Mm.
Now that bitterness is coming through.
At the end, there was not that good right
Yeah.
there.
So if you're gonna drink this on the rocks, I'd probably drink it quick. Not too quick. Just drink it within 5 minutes.
When it's hot out, for sure.
Yes.
Um, all right. Well, I'm fucking ready to review this.
Yeah. Let me write down my score before.
I would give it a 3.5 initially. I think it's a 3.4.
I was right there, 3.5.
But after
I could have almost gone up maybe to a 3.6, but with that bitterness kind of lingering in the back there, even initially, and then as you drink it, that bitterness really starts coming through. I think 3.5.
So you want to give it 3.5?
Yeah, I think that's a good respectable score.
Yeah, I was at 3.4.
Yeah.
So okay, 3.5. I mean, that's really pretty good. Especially, I mean, it's decent for a whiskey that's only $20, $25. You know, better than middle of the road. So that's good.
Yeah. Honestly, though, if I could see that one dropping if you let it sit there too long and you go to drink it, it's not going to be a 3.5. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It just gets a weird bitterness to it.
Yeah,
But
for
other
sure.
than that, the initial, if you're going to pour it, let it chill just for a second, then start sipping it. I think it's pretty good. You'll get that, like Cody was saying, it's right at the back of your tongue.
Yeah, like right when we started drinking it, we were like, oh wow,
Yeah.
So initially it was like, wow, this is pretty good. And then, as you got towards the end, you started going, okay, it's getting a little back to his ways.
Yeah.
So it's good though. Yeah.
Oh, it is.
I think the I think you'll come better through an old fashioned. I think it's going to do pretty good through the old
I hope so. I hope that bitterness does not come through on this
All
one.
right. I can't imagine, but
we've had some weird stuff before.
We've had some weird things happen
so
far.
I'm still gonna hold to my guns. I think it's gonna be the best way is old fashioned. I think it's gonna actually hold up pretty well. I'm hoping the bitterness kind of goes away completely, and these.
I don't think it's gonna beat, the old whatever Overholt.
Vanderhausen.
Vanderhausen.
It's not a German whiskey,
right? My German wants to come out of me.
I know.
I think that's gonna beat it out like in every way, but
yeah,
I think it's gonna be closer, at least on the old fashioned.
I agree. So, well, honestly, I'm ready to get to the old Overholt on the rocks here. How about you?
I am. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, we're back. We got our old Overholt on the rocks here. So yeah, what do you think of the smell, man?
I haven't even tried to smell it yet.
It's definitely
not as strong as before.
Yeah, and it's not as strong as like the Rittenhouse was. Rittenhouse really, like, I could smell it from a distance.
Yeah, it has almost a weird smell, like I don't know, leathery. I don't know. It's chewing the ice up like cray.
Yeah. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Wow. Okay.
Interesting.
Son of a bitch. This one,
strong, dude.
For after drinking the Rittenhouse, I'm actually surprised this whiskey's warming me up right now. But we said that last time, the old Overholt warms you up.
It's got a lot of flavor, different kind of flavors.
It's good.
Wow. I know certain people probably wouldn't like this.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I know a few. But I don't mind it.
Yeah, I mean, I actually enjoy it. I don't know if I like this better than neat though.
No, I think neat is I think it's close, but I think this is just not quite there as far as comparing it to neats. So
Yeah. Just because the smell falls off. Like that smell was really good, especially with
yes,
the water droplets.
yeah,
I think it just falls off with this, and you don't get that good smell when you drink it. That's part of the taste, the smell, and the taste.
yeah. But overall, not half bad.
You know,
Wow.
after doing Canadian whiskey, now the back-to-back ryes that were like before this and this,
Yeah.
I'm definitely ready for a bourbon. Not that I like the ryes, but I just I want to have a bourbon.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
ready.
I think if we were doing like a higher end bourbon, that would be a different story, or higher end rye. Um, Nothing
Yeah.
against
Oh yeah.
the ones we've been doing. They're just on the lower end, and I don't know. I'm a sucker for a really good rye, and
Oh yeah.
these aren't just to the level, and it's just price point and everything else that plays a factor into it. So
Yeah. Fucking. I had some Sagamore double oak rye the other night. Mm.
mhm.
You gotta get your hands on some of that, my bro.
I need to. I the
You're probably just
flavor on
you're
this,
probably just gonna end up having it with me when you're down here, but
yeah. But
um
what I was gonna say, the flavor on this really holds up though. It's almost
yeah.
kind of, in a weird way, it's kind of getting better as it gets colder. And I know it's getting watered down at this point, but it has a really good flavor for what it is. It's a cheap bottle
Yeah.
of whiskey.
It's a through and through rye. I mean, if you're looking for
Yeah.
a hit you in the face rye, I mean, this is what it is for sure.
No, definitely, man. Definitely.
Um, that's why I think it's going to do so well in the old fashioned, but
I
could be
I
wrong.
was thinking before this podcast. I was like, I think it's going to do good on the rye, but I don't know if it's going to be, or as an old fashioned. I just didn't think it was going to break that like 4.0 mark. But if this is in the, like, I don't know. Now I'm like, fuck, this may be a pretty good rye, or old fashioned rye whiskey. So I don't know.
I think
I'm
so.
curious now. Uh, we got two to try, so I'm gonna give Rittenhouse a chance, but I still think Old Overholt's gonna win.
Yeah,
Well, win on
it's
the old
definitely
fashioned.
gonna. Yeah, it's definitely gonna win overall.
Yeah. All right. What are you thinking? See the wheels turning.
Yeah, I would. It's a hair. Not as I like the. I actually like the neat more, just by a slight,
No. Yeah.
a
I'm
very, very slight hair.
I'm in the same boat with you on that. Um,
Just the smell and everything, and just
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you thinking there?
Well, now I'm thinking about both whiskeys in the grand scheme of things here. So we gave Rittenhouse a 3.5. You gave it a
Rittenhouse?
3. Yeah, you gave it a
Oh yeah.
3.4.
Hmm.
Um, you may be on the money at 3.4 with us on Rittenhouse. That one. After trying this, it's like, I don't know. It gives you more perspective, I guess.
Yeah,
on where
because
the other one stands.
Rittenhouse started falling off, especially
Yeah.
when you drink it more.
So
So what do you think? You want to drop Rittenhouse to?
yeah, let's go ahead and put that 3.4. I think that's going to be the where that one belongs. It's not terrible by any means. It's just not as good as this one.
I would almost say initially Rittenhouse was better than this one.
Yes.
Initially.
Yes. But this one holds up a lot longer and a lot better.
Oh yeah, the whole time it's pretty damn good. Through and through.
Only thing Rittenhouse has on it is the smell and
Oh,
the
yeah.
very initial taste.
Yeah.
So that's a plus to Rittenhouse. Good job with that. But with this, we gave it a 3.5 neat on Old Overholt. And I agree with you. I think on neat, it's slightly better than this. And, you know, we're sitting pretty much a 3.5 with this. I don't know. I think it's better than on the rocks Rittenhouse, which we just switched to a 3.4. So I don't know.
So
it's a tough one.
Yeah. So I think they're tied almost because Rittenhouse did smell better and it actually was better initially tasting.
Yeah.
Than this, but then this was better overall the whole time.
Okay.
Rittenhouse dropped off at the end. It was not good.
Okay.
It was getting bad. So 3.4 is what I was thinking.
Okay.
I don't know about you.
Yeah, I was like, I think it's better than the Rittenhouse, but I think we'll settle 3.4 because the initial and the smell with Rittenhouse, we should take that into consideration. So
yeah, I think yeah, I would probably give this a hair better.
Just a hair. And honestly, at this point, I think it's up to your preference of whiskey, what you're looking for. So I think a 3.4 on the rocks for both of these is reasonable, especially with neat being a 3.5 on Old Overholt. So, and I think it is just slightly better.
Yeah.
So.
Right on. Well, shoot, they're tied on the ice. Pretty crazy.
Well, and that honestly, it's surprising with the way Rittenhouse started out. So, I will say one thing about Old Overholt, it's pretty consistent. It stayed within a range. So
yeah, it is. I think it's going to jump up here, though.
I'm thinking so too. I think this may be another. It may be kind of a cocktail-esque whiskey.
Yeah, because I mean, remember the Coke? We even were like, it could go up a little bit more than what we gave it, even though we gave it a little bit more, ticked it up a little bit. Because initially we were at 3.8, and then we're like, oh well, because we had the mishap with our whole computers, and so our whiskey sat for a little bit in the Coke, so we were like, no. So, anyways, it may be a little higher than what we gave it, but
no, I'm right there with you. I think we're in agreement with this one, these two anyway. And I will say this about the Coke. I was planning on trying it again tonight once we're done and seeing if I still like it after a night of drinking. So
you're gonna like it.
Yeah.
Let's go try Rittenhouse Old Fashioned.
Rittenhouse Old Fashioned. We'll be right back.
All right, so we got our Old Fashioned poured with the Rittenhouse Rye Whiskey here. It looks good. Got a good color.
Great color, honestly, with this one.
Good citrus smell with citrus. A good, it smells like it mixes good.
Honestly, that whiskey, that smell we were getting on the rocks just really has come through. That sweetness. I know I'm getting a lot of citrus too, but I could smell that whiskey that we were getting.
Look how clear that cube is I got.
Oh, dude, that's a great cube. So it's weird. I poured these two cubes at the same time. The other cube for Old Overholt is way clearer for some reason than this one. Way.
It just took longer to freeze, probably, or something.
Probably.
Well,
cheers.
Cheers, bro. I had a goddamn feeling. Cinnamon. What about you?
Well,
It's good. Like I like it. I like the, but I knew it was gonna have because they had cinnamon neat when you would drink it.
yeah,
I knew it was gonna have cinnamon in here.
but it's not overpowering. I'm still getting the rye taste, the rye spice coming through
Oh
on
yeah,
mine.
for
It
sure.
is.
It still has that
It,
bitter though. Just a tad at the end. But
yeah, it does. I didn't
it's
notice it the first two, but
it's good. It's
honestly,
good. I like this.
the mixture of the cinnamon and the rye, like I normally don't like if a whiskey's overly cinnamon in an old fashioned.
And you
This
know I
is
know.
this actually I think mixes very well.
No, it's actually pretty balanced. Like the cinnamon I do taste, it's there, but it's not like there's some other ones I've had issues with, but this one's not
Yeah.
that far. So it's good. I like this.
You know, as you drink this whiskey though, and I think it's every way you drink it, that bitterness comes through and it starts to just get stronger and stronger. Um
Yeah.
Neat had it, especially with the water droplets. Um
Yes.
Coke really had it, and I still don't know how we gave it a 3.0. I'm sorry, but that I'm
Probably because of me, because I didn't think it was like crazy bad. But
um on the rocks, the initial taste is good, but that bitterness is comes in strong towards the end. Like it starts to catch up to it. And I
yeah.
think that's the only reason why we were even hesitant to even give it a 3.4. It could have been a little bit higher, honestly, if it kept that initial taste.
Yeah.
This one, I like it. It's just that bitterness is coming through quick.
For sure.
It has a good balance though with the cinnamon and rye. I do like that. And again, that bitterness isn't till the end
It keep that
after
bitterness
everything
though.
washes down for a second.
Keeps whacking me.
I know. It sits
Yeah.
honestly, it's like right in the back of the throat to the back of the tongue
And
area.
it increases as you go.
Yeah. I'm
It's like builds up on your tongue or something. Like builds up and builds up.
so speaking of bitterness, Call of Duty. Cody and I were just talking. So I went ahead and pre-ordered Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
Cody's probably about to do the same thing. And
I
I'm
haven't
really
dude, I haven't pre-ordered any game in
a while.
I can't even remember.
I
Like,
didn't pre-order the last one. I
oh
bought it
no.
when it came out. Like it was like what, a month later we both got it.
Yeah.
I
The
don't even think it was
last
a month
Call
later.
of Duty I think I pre-ordered was
I want to say Black Ops 3.
yeah. I actually did pre-order modern like Ghost. What was the Ghost?
Yeah, but Ghost was before 3.
Was it?
Was it? Fuck, now I can't remember.
I thought it was Ghost after that, and then it was Black Ops 4 that sucked.
Maybe.
I don't know. I might be wrong.
No. It was because 3 lasted a while. There was like almost Infinity Wards with Conor McGregor. I'm pretty sure came out after 3.
Infinity War.
Because you got Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Sledgehammer.
And it's it's wild to me. Black Ops, the last Black Ops.
4.
No,
Yeah.
Cold War.
Oh fucking A, that shouldn't be in the fucking Black Ops.
Dude, we were all excited for that, and then it was just a fucking letdown, dude. And
Ugh,
we don't
how'd you have
even
to?
know what Call of Duty Vanguard is like, because that we didn't even nobody likes that game.
Yeah, well, I don't even think anybody fucking actually bought that game.
People bought it, dude. People bought it.
I don't even know. I think that's a myth.
And people bought that game, but I I would rather play World at War.
Dude, we were playing World at War.
We were. It
And
was
then
so much fun,
and
dude.
then I got Lane to download World at War. So
It so bums me out that
okay.
there's no multiplayer for that. It's
Okay,
like
so
closed
sorry.
off.
So yeah, no, Ghost came out in 2013. Then it was Advanced Warfare in 2014, and then Black Ops 3 in 2015, and then Infinite War in 2016. Then you're thinking of World War II in 2017, Black Ops 4 18. Then they came out with the mobile in 19. Same with Modern Warfare, Warzone 2020, Black Ops Cold War 2020, Vanguard 2021. Now Modern Warfare 2 2022.
I hope it doesn't have the glitches that it has now.
You know, they just need to redo. Give it a while. They're redoing the moderns right now.
Mhm.
This is going to be a 2-year game, so that's good. Come out with something fresh and new. I'm hoping for Call of Duty anyway. So what will that be? 2024 when the new game comes out? November,
Yeah,
October sometime.
because Microsoft bought them, right?
Yeah, so there's going to be a 2-year gap. So it's 2024. The next game comes out. I'm hoping they come out with
They're
something
either gonna
fresh.
completely ruin the franchise, or
I
they're gonna
think they'll
make it
make it
better.
better. I think they will. I
Mm,
knock on wood. I hope they do. So I hope they don't fuck it up. But I would like to see at least in the next few years, maybe honestly, they need to start coming out with like new releases where it's something original, probably every 2 to 3 years. And
you know,
then in between those gaps, just remaster the old ones.
yeah.
Like you got World at War, just
Oh,
remaster
dude,
that.
remaster that whole thing.
Make it for the new gen console. Oh my god, dude. World at War, these kids have no idea how good World at War was.
Oh my god, it was so good. I would go play that. The maps are so good. Like all the maps were like, oh my god.
Yes.
I
And
enjoyed all
but
those
then you've
maps.
got all the other older Call of Duties. Obviously, there was a better. Honestly, the time gaps back when we were kids, like 2003 and then 2005. You know?
You know what ruins zombies was the whole too much going on.
Yes, you got to do too much. There's all
If
this.
they would just come out with like small maps, basic maps, but like come out with them quicker, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like you come out with like these smaller maps, but like not so complex. You know, the whole thing about zombies was survival. We recently, me and you, been playing
Oh my god.
World at War Zombies,
Yeah.
the first one map ever.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
those zombies are creepy as shit in that one.
I've been getting fucked though every time we play that, dude. It's been like you'll get the ray gun and the LMG, and I'm sitting there with a Thompson and maybe a car or something. And then I go down, I try to get the
That
fucking
mystery
loadout,
box is
and I
fucking
get
you.
a fucking bazooka or a shit double barrel shotgun. And I'm like, what is this shit? Or a sniper. I got the shotgun and sniper and bazooka like so many times.
10 times.
I was like, what the fuck? Give me like anything. And then it's like,
The problem when you get those weapons is you can't get points fast. So like
yeah.
you're fucked because you're not getting enough points when you have those kind of weapons. And
Yeah, I
then
was only able to open the box like twice at max.
yeah.
I didn't even know you had a ray gun until like we're in the middle of a fight and you whip it out. I was like, when the fuck did you get a ray gun?
The problem with the ray gun though is it kills you.
Yeah.
It knocked me. That's what killed me, I think, on that match because they got too close to me and I was blasting them. I didn't have my other gun was on empty, so I couldn't switch. So I was like, fucked.
Honestly, though, that's where having 4 people, fucking the next map of the prison, I think it is. I can't remember the name of
Asylum.
it. The asylum.
That's the best one because you get double
in the
tap,
kitchen.
you get
Yeah.
quick reload, you get juggernaut, and you get quick revive. Those 4, that's all you need. Fuck anything else.
If you go up there,
I do like the mule. I think it's the mule
yeah,
kick. You get 3 weapons. Those 5 perks are the only ones I don't care about any of the other ones.
yep. No, I'm with you. But if you go up that one side, get to the kitchen, you remember that spot. You leave that one door shut, and then you have this one opening where one guy can man that.
And then you have mans the window. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have 3 guys fucking to the big opening of zombies. But it was fucking perfect. If you have an LMG and a ray gun, but it's like if you have an LMG, you're just all right, reload, then the next guy. All right, reload, the next guy. And then it's like it was perfect symmetry whenever we were doing that. Like I can't even remember what level we got up to. It was like in the 30s. It was fucking ridiculous back then. It was
40, low 40. I think
honestly, I think you told me you got up to the low 40s, but when it was you and I think the highest we got up to, it was, I would say like 38. No, it was me, you, and 2 other guys. We got up to like 38 or 39. And then you were telling me like it was a few days later, like, oh yeah, we got to like 41, 42 or some shit.
You know what's crazy? The time of waste.
Oh, I know, but
like when you think back, like you're beyond there, and the sucky thing about zombies is you can't pause.
No.
No
yeah, you pause, you're done.
Now you can. But back then when we were playing it, if you pause, you're fucking dead.
Dude.
Like the game's over. You might as well just quit because it keeps going.
Yeah, but honestly,
back when we were playing it.
That zombies was the peak, and I'll admit Black Ops was great. So was Black Ops 2, but I think it was Black Ops 2. It started to get to too much, but it was still good.
I still enjoyed it because there was really cool Easter eggs.
Yes,
that were very hard to do.
I forgot about those.
The Easter eggs were very cool, very hard to do. That was fun for a while, but then they got too crazy. Rittenhouse. Old fashioned.
Yeah, you go first, homie.
Let's see here. I think, it was pretty good. The bitterness crept up on me. I think it's a 4.
All right.
It may be a 4.2 at my very highest, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 4.
So I was gonna give it a 4. That was like my initial thought on this whiskey, but just with the bitterness keeps creeping up, and honestly, it was almost more pronounced, especially after you mentioned it. And as you drink it, it almost came on stronger with the old fashioned, or quicker, not stronger, just quicker.
Yeah,
I got to go with a 3.8 on this one. It's really good. I thought that it mixed well. I was like, I think this is a 4. I could have even gone a little bit higher on the initial, but I got to think about this bitterness. I don't like it. It doesn't sit well. So I don't disagree with your score at a 4.
4.9.
Yeah, but yeah, it just if that bitterness wasn't there, it would be easily a 4 to 4.2 all day long.
Yeah. Yeah, like you say, the bitterness crept up. It's the best way to drink it if you like old fashions. if you don't like old fashioned and you just like neat on the rocks, you know, obviously we think, you know, on the rocks is a tad better than neat.
Yeah.
So
definitely better neat than neat. And Coke. I still think Coke needs a drop off and, you know, probably be in the low twos, but that's just me right now. Neat. I agree with the score. On the rocks, it really good. Just that bitterness creeps up and it kind of sits and lingers on your tongue. And it kind of gets worse as you go. And then
yeah,
old fashioned, almost similar to on the rocks. I would say the initial taste is way better. Like there's something about that cinnamon and rye I really liked. It mixed very well. But even as I sit here talking about it, I could just that bitterness is in the back of my tongue. And it sucks. But
yeah,
I would love to give this one a 4.2 like Cody. Just try it for yourself, everybody. Let us know what you think, and if you get that bitter taste or anything like that, or just that lingering, it's not a good taste. It sits at the back of your tongue.
yeah. It does creep up. You know, it's
So
like as you drink it, it gets kind of that bitterness
yes,
even increases. So
yep,
that's why it doesn't score so high. It
yeah,
just that's the thing. Like, you know, other reviewers might drink this like boom, you know, a couple little sippy here, you know,
yep,
and then they're like, oh yeah, it's good, you know, whatever. Okay, yeah, but you know, keep drinking it, and then you're like, oh fuck, it's not that good. You know, so
yeah,
you know, we're doing a decent amount so that we can actually really gauge uh what we really feel about it. So we're not just, oh, that first little sip, okay, yeah, it's pretty good, yeah, give it a good score. No, you know, really break it down
yep.
like we do. So, all
No,
right,
good job. I
let's
like it.
do our next review.
Old Vanderhoop.
Better, I like that name better than the actual name.
Old Overholt.
Let's go ahead and do that.
All right, everybody, we're back. We got our old overhaul, old fashioned. So here we go, guys. Cheers.
Smells good. Cheers.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
I will say the one thing that Rittenhouse has on this is the smell.
Okay.
The smell is just kind of faint. It's good. It's just faint. I get the citrus, but I don't. It's not as
Man,
pronounced as Rittenhouse.
this whiskey, like this rye, it just kicks the shit out of everything you put in it.
Yeah.
It just pushes through it. It's like overpowers everything. It's
This is
crazy.
honestly, this is just fucking great to sip on. Like,
That's pretty damn
damn.
good.
Yeah,
That's actually really good. It's a strong old fashioned.
it is.
Rye, 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 rye.
Rye, but it's like fuck. I'm drinking a stout whiskey. This
Yeah.
is. It's good.
Wow.
I really enjoy this one. I will say
Yeah, I do
this.
too.
Something I noticed with the old fashioned. I know it has other ingredients, but one thing with Rittenhouse, I noticed my ice, just like with me, was just getting chewed up pretty quick. Old Overholt, not as bad so far. So
Gotcha. It's amazing how strong this rye is.
I love it. And it's just a good cocktail.
Mm.
Oh man, I'm just surprised, honestly. I thought it was going to be good, but I was like taken back for a second. I was like, did I grab something else by accident?
This may be too strong for some people, for sure. Like this may,
Yeah.
like we've been saying
I-
all along with this, the old Overholt. We've been saying that this over and over. If people are new to whiskey, new to rye, this it's got such a strong profile that like it may be too much for a newbie. But for an experienced old fashioned drinker or just whiskey drinker in general,
Yeah.
this is still like kick you in the face a little bit, but you like it because you can kind of
appreciate it and
appreciate, yeah, exactly. Appreciate the flavors and the what it has to offer.
I will say this. I am glad I had this now versus whenever I was younger or a while ago. Just it would have probably turned me off with how
Probably,
just
yeah.
strong it is. Like, just go back to 16-year-old Cody. It would have definitely turned you off. You would have been like, fuck whiskey.
Oh yeah.
I will say this. If you're a fan of higher proof whiskeys, this is good. This is really good, actually. So that's
Wow,
for sure.
this is a strong old fashioned.
I'm just happy it doesn't have a bitter taste like the other one.
That's true.
I could
no
sit
bitter
here and
taste.
sip on it.
That's true.
So
It's a nice sipping old fashioned.
yeah,
Um,
definitely strong though.
what are you thinking?
Just about to write down my score.
I was this close, everybody, to doing the podcast in my bar.
Yeah.
Bar is pretty close to being done. I just don't have all the outlets for electrical in yet. Bar's pretty much built and done, but I wasn't quite ready to set up and have ice and be able to do like the cocktails there. So I was this close, but next time I will be there. I did a little test run since it's a metal roof, metal type building. The signal of like cell phones drop dramatically in there. So like I was worried about Wi-Fi if I could get a good signal and everything. So we did a little test run on Zoom today, and it did pretty good. So I think it's a go. I think it should be all right, and we'll probably do the next episode. I'll be in there. So
Yeah.
cool thing to look forward to. If you watch us on YouTube, a little different environment for me, anyways. Yeah, Robbie's got his room right now that's bitching.
Yeah, it's almost done. It's like 90% there. It's so close. So
Dude,
I would say 95.
Like, it's so cool compared to what, like, I mean, your setup before was cool, but like you have whiskeys in the background, you got your bitchin' Murphy bed that looks bitchin' back there, and then all the shelves and all the whiskey looks great.
Yeah, honestly, I can't wait to get the flag up here. Finish out the whiskeys throughout the shelving. Plan is flag there, whiskey on the shelf with 2 chairs with a whiskey barrel in the middle, and then the camera just pointing at us as we talk. That way, even when Cody comes out, it's going to be nice to have just a place to sit and talk.
Yeah, dude, super cool. Super cool. We're excited about all our new changes, little things here and there.
Definitely can't wait for the bar, though. I think it's going to be awesome to drink in here in a few weeks. It's going to be awesome. Honestly, hopefully that's where we could do our episode when we're out there. I would love to do it in the bar. I think that'd be a really nice vibe.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So,
I hope
especially
so.
since your first one was here, nothing. We had 2 lawn chairs pretty much. So, and then for
Legion
later
episode.
episodes, yeah,
It's amazing. I still don't. It's still amazing to me that our first official episode was Legion, and it's still like our top whiskey.
I recommend it so much, and everybody that I've recommended it to comes back and is like, "Yeah, that's a phenomenal
Fucking
whiskey."
great.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. This, I fucking for sure know that 1776 is better in old fashioned than this.
definitely.
Than any. I still think that's the best old fashioned. Russell's
Yeah.
great, but I think as far as like old fashions go, I think 1776 was the best one.
Yeah.
But we would have to challenge it.
Well, and see, that's we talked about it whenever we did our old fashioned episode. Once we probably get another one, because right now it's Russell, 1776 are the top 2. Period.
No, but
you got
bourbon and rye,
it's a bourbon and rye, but I think if we were able to get, say, a third one, whether it is another bourbon, another rye, even an Irish, whatever, just that third one that is just good, that is like, holy shit. We could probably just do, even though they're not the same category, they're not the same types, we could probably do those 3,
Yeah.
Just another old fashioned off.
Yep.
So,
what are you thinking?
So I really enjoy this one. It doesn't have that bitter aftertaste. Solid all the way through. You could tell you're drinking a whiskey. Really tell it's a rye. 2 things I really like. I gotta go with a 4.2. So
Yeah. That's a good score. 4.2 is a good score. 5. I'm right there with you. 4.2. I think it's right there. Good overall score for the old fashioned with this.
well, now I'm curious.
I might be a tick higher than you, maybe even a 4.3. But
I was close to a 4.3. Okay.
I think
so we weren't even close.
No, fuck it. No.
1776 was 4.4
Yeah.
or 4.6. I was thinking like
4.6.
4.4 or 4.5, and I was like, fuck. I think it's a solid 4.2. It could be a little bit higher. Maybe a 4.3. So
yeah, 4.2. Let's just settle there. I think it's a high 4.2. Could be even a 4.3, but we'll settle since we're both kind of right on that border.
Yeah.
At a 4.2. It's definitely better than Rittenhouse.
Oh yeah.
For sure. It's crazy how strong it is, though.
I will say this is. Go ahead. Sorry.
Like if you're just not used to that, it's super potent.
Yeah. I agree.
but it's good. The flavors are good. There's no bitterness or, you know, slowly getting worse as you drink it type vibe with this so far.
All right, so we're going to start off with Rittenhouse. I'm going to go over these briefly. Neat for Rittenhouse, 3.2. Coke, 3.0. Again, I think being very generous with that 3.0. On the Rocks, 3.4. And Old Fashioned, 3.9. With an overall of a 3.4. I definitely would recommend everybody go try this whiskey. Let us know which way's your favorite, which way's your least favorite. I am curious. And then we move over to Old Overhaul, or like Cody likes to call it, Old
Vanderhoot.
Vanderhoot. So Neat 3.5, Coke 3.9, On the Rocks 3.4, and Old Fashioned 4.2 with an overall score of a 3.8. So 3.8 versus a 3.4.
That's good.
I would agree with that. Again, I just think the only way that Rittenhouse goes down is Coke, and I think that's an inevitability at this point. I really didn't like it. It did not mix well, but that's just me. Let us know what you guys think. I hope Cody tries it again, lets me know what he thinks if I'm wrong. So I just don't know about that way. So every other way, really not bad though. I enjoy the smell. The smell is probably the best part of that whiskey.
It's weird. It's not as good neat, the smell, but then on the rocks, it was really good.
Yeah.
Old Overhaul was good. The
Just
opposite.
Yeah.
So it was really good smelling neat and all with water droplets, really good smell.
Yep.
But then on ice, not so much. It tapered off. It just didn't have that really good smell that it had before. So kind of weird, but it ended up tasting better and everything else overall than the Rittenhouse.
Yes.
But pretty cool, dude. I love doing this because we figure out whiskeys, we kind of dissect them, and it's just fun to do. I think I enjoy this.
No, I'm right there with you. And the fact that these two are in the same category, really, obviously we're going to only do verses in the same category, but I'll be honest, we've had a lot that are just so close, or they're better, say, Neat and On the Rocks, and worse in a cocktail, or vice versa, where they're just a straight cocktail whiskey.
Our last, like this verses and the Canadian verses, are probably the furthest off as far as closeness scores that we've had.
I would agree with that. So be ready for the next episode. Also, send us what you want us to try. If there's anything special, I know we got a couple. We're gonna want to like guest episode, or not guest, but viewer episodes where we'll try your guys' whiskey. So coming up as well.
If we get a good couple suggestions from listeners, we may pivot and do a listener's choice. So it just depends. So send us your requests.
Well, this was the Old Overhaul versus Rittenhouse. Old Overhaul took the win, 3.8 versus a 3.4. Both two cheaper whiskeys. Definitely recommend trying them, letting us know what you think. And you know what? Go grab yourself some of these whiskeys and have a drink with a friend. Have a good times. Create memories. Share memories.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Good vibes, everybody. Drink responsibly and cheers